This video presents an analysis of the film Magnifico, focusing on how the main character demonstrates typical Filipino child traits, cultural values, coping patterns, and moral development. The discussion integrates concepts from Psikolohiyang Pilipino and developmental theories by Erikson, Kohlberg, and Vygotsky. Selected scenes from the film will be used to illustrate Filipino values such as kapwa, hiya, pakikipagkapwa-tao, and bayanihan, and to show how these shape Magnifico's worldview as a Filipino child. Magnifico consistently displays traits commonly associated with Filipino children, particularly malasakit, pakikiramay, empathy, and utang na loob. One clear example is his concern for his paralyzed sister, Helen. He assists her despite his young age, showing genuine empathy and self-sacrifice. This reflects the Filipino child's strong sense of familial responsibility. His behavior also demonstrates pakikiramay, such as when he comforts his grandmother, Lola Magda, and takes on tasks to ease the burden of his parents. In addition, utang na loob is evident in the way he respects and supports his mother, acknowledging the sacrifices she makes for the family. These actions illustrate a culturally grounded understanding of emotional and moral expectations within a Filipino household. Magnifico's emotional and moral development is shaped strongly by his family structure. His mother provides a nurturing and supportive environment, while his father exhibits a more directive and sometimes strict parenting style. These contrasting influences help Magnifico develop a balance of sensitivity, responsibility, and initiative. Poverty also plays a central role in Magnifico's development. Because his family faces financial strain, he takes on responsibilities that accelerate his maturity. This environment encourages him to become resourceful, patient, and deeply caring. It is a trait often found among Filipino children who grow up in a similar socio-economic conditions. Magnifico's moral choices can be examined using classical developmental theories. According to Erikson, he is in the initiative versus guilt stage, where he demonstrates initiative by engaging in tasks that contribute to his family well-being. From Kohlberg's perspective, his behavior reflects the conventional level of morality. His decisions are based on fulfilling family expectations and maintaining harmonious relationships. Through Vygotsky's lens, Magnifico's actions are shaped by constant interactions with his family and community, who serves as guides in developing pro-social behavior. These theoretical perspectives align effectively with Psikolohiyang Pilipino, which emphasizes relational identity and interconnectedness. Kapwa. Kapwa or shared identity is evident when Magnifico assists various members of the community, even when he gains nothing in return. This demonstrates a deep sense of interconnectedness and a culturally rooted understanding that one's well-being is tied to the well-being of others. Pakikipagkapwa-tao. A clear example is his effort to construct a coffin for Lola Magda. His act goes beyond obligation. He expresses compassion and dignity for another person. This highlights the Filipino value of recognizing the humanity of others. Bayanihan. In the scene where community members come together to help Magnifico with his task, the traditional Filipino concept of collective unity emerges. Bayanihan illustrates how shared effort can ease hardship, shaping Magnifico's worldview that community support is essential to survival. Lakas ng loob. Despite multiple challenges such as poverty, family, illness, and emotional strain, Magnifico continues to persevere. His courage reflects lakas ng loob, a cultural value that encourages resilience and bravery in the face of suffering. These values shape Magnifico into a child who interprets the world through compassion, cooperation, and moral duty, which resonates strongly with the Filipino cultural identity. The film highlights several Filipino coping mechanisms. The is shown in the family's continuous endurance despite financial struggles. Pananampalataya, appears in the reliance on prayer and hope. Humor is occasionally used to ease tension within the household. Finally, endurance is present in the way Magnifico accepts difficult circumstances and responds with proactive care. These coping patterns reveal how Filipino families integrate emotional strength, faith, and adaptability into their daily lives. Magnifico represents the resilience, compassion, and moral sensitivity of Filipino children. His actions show that children raised in challenging environments can still demonstrate profound empathy, responsibility, and maturity. His character reminds us that Filipino children often bond cultural values and early exposure to responsibility. Educators, counselors, and psychologists should recognize the importance of cultural context in understanding Filipino children. The film emphasizes the Filipino ties, community involvement, and cultural values such as kapwa and bayanihan. Understanding these foundations enables professionals to approach children with greater cultural sensitivity, respect, and effectiveness. In summary, Magnifico provides a rich portrayal of Filipino child development through the lens of cultural values, family influence, moral reasoning, and coping patterns. The film highlights the unique strengths of Filipino children and demonstrates how culture shapes their worldview, emotional growth, and resilience. Through this analysis, I gain a deeper understanding of the Filipino child and the cultural dynamics that guide their development.